Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. I'm DragonLoon, and we are back in our second playthrough, the one where we are going to be raided by Krull. Last time we got our basic setup going, where we have a tavern, a kitchen, flat houses, and dormitory, and we got a setup where we will have a lavatory and a bathhouse eventually, and I wasn't sure what I was going to put here. However, I have an idea of what I'm going to put in this space over here. We'll get to that in a minute. We also got our carpenter and furniture maker set up, a weaver for our cloth, and a metal smelter for our metal to be able to make everything. We got in just a few farms, as well as a couple of Globdine pastures for our meat, and of course the basic warehouse. This time we're going to continue to develop our town. However, we need to start preparing a military and defense, because we will soon be attacked by Krull. So let's go ahead and get started by putting in our weaponsmith. So what we need to do is, and I'm just going to use the general pre-constructed, I guess you could say, building. We're gonna let the game put in the doors again, and we are going to make this a 24 by 16 there. Oop, sorry about that jump. Didn't do that intentionally. And then that will be for our weaponsmith. And what we need to do is we need to make sure that we have weapons and armor, there it is, allocated, which we don't, so we're gonna have to build a warehouse for our weapons and armor. So what we can do is we'll go back in here into buildings, and we'll grab our walls, and we will make this 8 wide, and there we go. And then we will make our training area, and we are going to make this 28 by 24. That way we can have a lot of people being trained. All right. Oops. Give me a second. I need to redo this because I made that too tall. All right. So sorry about that. So in the process of resetting this, I actually expanded out how much we're going to have for warehouse, although thinking about it, we actually don't need that much warehouse. So I'm gonna reset this. And I discovered a really neat feature. So if you have something like this and you want to, say, resize it, all you have to do is drag over, and we can put it down like that, and it will redo everything. So now we have a 8 by 24 warehouse, a 24 by 16 weaponsmith, and a 24 by 32 training area. So then let's put in some stone roads around the facility, and we also need to make sure that we put in our torches, but we can't do that just yet, as we need to let them finish that. So we will turn on the speed. Ransom collected. Since you have no force to oppose Krull, you have no choice but to submit to his demands. 25% of your stored goods are now in his hands. We definitely need to get our military up and running ASAP, because this percentage here is only going to get worse. So, all right, so we have our military area built. However, we can't really build it up just yet because we don't have the employees needed. What we need to do is we need to increase our happiness. And the only thing that I can think of to do that would be to add in some lavatories. So I think that's what we're going to do right now. So we need to go into... just like that. All right, let them build that up. There we go. Now we have lavatories, and let's see what that's doing. Oh my word, that is really improving our happiness, which is good because we need more people. All right, and while we are at it, let's go ahead and make a graveyard. And we are just going to make it about that big. Give me a second to put in these graves. There we go. And I think that's the first time that I've ever had my respect in my graveyards up to 100%. So let's have them build that. And while they're building that, we are getting a bunch of new recruits, which is really awesome, even though it is dropping our happiness down just a bit. So we can now go over here, pausing the game, and start building what we need over here. So we'll start out with the warehouse and add in the training ground and put in, if I can find it, the weaponsmith. And while we are at it, we need to go ahead and increase the number of workers in our weaver, carpenter, and especially our metalsmith. So we'll add those to the metalsmith, and we'll bring this up to 50% capacity. And we'll go ahead, well, furniture and weaving is doing okay. So we'll leave those the way they are. And if you look over here, we are down to 12 days worth of food. So we are going to need more food production. All right, and we have everything built over here. So we are going to give 50% of this warehouse to battle gear. And we are going to give the other 50% to metal. And we are going to go ahead and fetch the metal into... All right, so we got that going. And I am working on adding on some more farms. We're going to fill in this water area over here so that we can put a farm there. And we'll do the same over here. So let me, in fact, do that now. Remove water. And we're going to remove that water there. We need to remove that water there. And might as well remove all of that water as well. All right, so they got a lot of work to do. And let's bring in some more immigrants. And we're probably gonna have to build another one of these dormitory housing thingamabobbers here relatively soon to house all of the new immigrants that we are bringing in. Why are they not filling in these? What? Oh, so here's something that people have been mentioning even in the Discord. So I have 341 population, but only 171 jobs are filled of the 266 that we have. And that is because we have 166 people in training. Your population will go into training before filling in jobs. So let's look at our soldiers. We have 3 divisions going. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to increase one division to 150 people. And then I'm going to close out all of the other divisions. We actually had 4 divisions going? What the heck? Why? All right. Well, no, what I'll do is I will actually change this soldier experience to 2 and put this back up to 50. And we will go with 3 sets of battle gear for each. And we'll set this training as well to max. There we go. All right, let's see what that does. Haha. It dropped the number of soldiers training down and back up. What the heck? All right. So we just need to bring in more people. There we go. Now we're starting to fill jobs, but we definitely need to get more people. However, these training will definitely help. All right, now, the next thing that we need to try to work on doing, what the heck is going on there? The next thing we need to try and work on doing is getting some clothing for our peeps. However, I think we're gonna wait for them to finish building the graveyard first. All right, so the graveyard is done, which will help with our happiness because then people will start being buried as they die. So the next thing would be working on getting things like more meat and more fish, because we only have 7 days of food. That means, that means we're running out of space because I don't want to build anything over this coal deposit. Uh-oh. Krull has returned to collect more tribute. Muster the men. All right, here is our first battle. So we will go into combat mode. We will grab our division and we will muster the men right here. Now, where is Krull going to be attacking from? Okay, well, there's 0 enemies in here, so we'll unmuster the men for now. That way they can go and do what they need to, but we'll just have to wait. What? Okay, Krull demands 25% of your goods. Give him the tribute or fight for your life. We're gonna close that. Enemy spotted. An enemy host has been spotted. They are coming from the northwest. Scouts have counted 112 men. Well, we have 150 men. So they are coming from the northwest. So they will be coming from somewhere over here. So we'll wait and find out. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and remuster our men. Aha! So there's our people. Okay, they're coming from over here. So let's move our troops up here. Uh-oh, they're moving really quickly. Haha! Fight! Kill! Die! Yes! Victory! You have prevailed. The army of Krull has been defeated. However, Krull himself has escaped and is bound to return. And we only lost 5 people. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. So we will unmuster them and go back to our building mode. That was pretty awesome. Uh-oh, we lost some morale. Oh, it was because people were starving, I guess. Huh. That was pretty awesome. And... oh, we didn't get any experience. Well, next time. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Let's get back to trying to figure out what's going on with our food. And we also need to add in some more lights. All right. The other thing we can do to improve our happiness, although we don't necessarily need to do that right away. Man, they are going through those mushrooms quick as can be. All right, so we are struggling with food, just a wee bit. And the one thing that we can do to improve that would be through research. But in order to get research, we need a library. And that's where this little section in here comes in. This is where we are going to put in our library. So let me pause. And what we are going to do is we are going to... There we go. That one library will get us 160,000 knowledge points. So we'll need a few more of those libraries, but that will be fine. And one other thing that we should start doing is fortifications. We can do grand walls, which requires cut stone, or we can do stone walls. And that's what we're going to use. So we are going to... just like that. Gap there. And we will put a gap here for a door. Good, 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 good. And now let's put in those gateways, and we will put in the reinforced doors. Right there, right there, right there, there, and there. Haha. All right. They've got a lot of work ahead of them. All right, so we've gotten our fortification wall built all the way around. I did add in yet another mushroom farm because we run out of mushrooms really, really super fast. Although that's probably because both the Dendorians and the Crotonians prefer mushrooms. So there's that. And I've gotten us back up to an average of 9 days of food in storage. So that's pretty good. However, we still are not generating knowledge very quickly. I've already upped this to 62% of max capacity. I think we're just gonna max it all the way up. See how quickly we can generate that knowledge. Because we need to get up to 1,000 knowledge quickly. In the meantime, we should start utilizing some of these pelts that we are getting from our Globdine pastures. And to do that, all we simply have to do is make a clothes maker. But where are we gonna put that? That is a perfect spot right there. So we will grab our buildings, and again, we'll do a pre-calculated one, and we'll just make it a 24 by 24. Because, you know, why not? All right, and now that the interior is built, we will add in our auxiliary workstations like so, and our regular workbenches like so. All right, and there is our tailor shop. And we don't need 96 people in there, so I'm gonna drop that down to 25% of the workforce target workforce, available work capacity, I guess you could say. But that will start bringing in clothes. Now, what we need to do is we need to go in here, and we've already set our clothes level, so they are already starting to get more clothes, which is awesome. All right, we've got our first 1,000 knowledge, so we can come down here to our farming. And do we want farming to increase by 10% or carry capacity by 1%? I think we're gonna go with farming. Yep, we want farming by 1%. Knowledge low. Our scribes report that they cannot keep up with the maintenance of our tomes of knowledge. One of our technologies is at risk of being forgotten. Employ more scribes or build more libraries to avert this approaching crisis. Well, we do have enough scribes and knowledge to keep the maintenance up. It's just very, very slow. So it'll be fine. All right, but that gave us a 5% bonus on all of our farms. 5% bonus, yay. Bonuses accumulated from technologies, artifacts, and nobles management. And unfortunately, we can't make any nobilities because we don't have at least 1,000 population yet. I don't want to, we can bring in more people, but I don't want to bring in more people just yet because we need more food and more housing for them. But, you know, that's for a different day. Right now, the next thing I want to do, we have 100% on, yes, we do on the Crotonians. We have 100% happiness, yay! The Dendorians, on the other hand, are only at 78%. Well, we're not going to do anything about that just yet, but what we are going to do next is make a building for cutting stone. That way we can build our bathhouses and start improving our roadways so we can get some ore, which will improve our happiness. Oh, right, look at that. They already got the building made. So let's throw in our gateways that we need to, and then we are going to go into workshops, masonry, and put that in here. All right, there we go. We are starting to get in cut stone. And I went ahead and added a second division, basic soldier division, I should say, and made division number 2, or actually technically number 3, our elite division. Just so that we can make sure that we have enough soldiers to be able to handle anything that Krull is going to throw at us. So, unfortunately, that means that our food stores per day is down. But we will deal with it. Ooh, we're not able to keep up with our cloth, so let's add some more workers into our weaver. Bring it up to 33%. All right. Now, the other thing that we can do to try and help our food situation is make tools. Unfortunately, that does require metal, which is also required by our weaponsmith, but that's okay. We won't build a very big tool smithy to start off with. All right, and our tool smithy is complete. And we're gonna drop down the number of workers in it to 25%. And now that we are producing tools, what we need to do is we need to go in to all of our farms and set our tools to 6 for each of them. And I believe that that's going to give us a bonus productivity. So we will do that to help with the productivity of all of our farms, as well as our kitchen. And that should start helping with our days of food. And while we're over here at our barracks area, we will put in our bathhouse. And there is our bathhouse now finished. And let's check this. Bathhouse access 50%. Okay, doing decently. It's already starting to climb, which is really awesome. So now they will go to the bathhouse to wash and bathe instead of going to the rivers and ponds, which is really great. Well, looks like we're doing pretty good. We fought our first battle and won, which is really, really awesome. We've added in clothing for our people, as well as cut stones, which will start changing out the regular stone roads for impressive roads. We've added in our military department over here to start getting in military, which we're already up to 300 soldiers. And we've gotten tools going, which will help our productivity of our farms. And we've gotten in a library, as well as a graveyard, of course. I think we're doing pretty good. I think it's coming along really, really well. So much so that I'm going to go ahead and put in a fancy road right here on this stretch of things. Hey, look at that. And then if we go in here, we can look at the, it is starting to climb. So that's really awesome. It's starting to climb. So, next time, we'll probably have to start building outside our basic fortification so that we can start expanding things, because we don't have enough food. We only have 4 days of food. However, we have a average happiness rating of 88%, which is pretty awesome. I think next time we'll also work on setting up trading. That way we can start getting in some coins, because we're having difficulty keeping metal stocked as well as clothes stocked. So, yeah. And we might even start importing food as well. I don't know. We'll have to take a look next time. However, for now, If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to smash that like button. Really does help with the YouTube algorithm. If you have any comments, such as the ones that I got last time, about canals, and as well as the tip of hitting the M key for the minimap and using this show mineable resource filter to find the ore patches and the coal patches. Make sure to leave those down in the comments below. I really do enjoy seeing those. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more of this really, really awesome content. Until next time, stay frosty out there.